What is up, YouTube? So 2017 has now come to pass. It is now 2018. The camera lens that I normally use to film my videos decided to permanently fog over. So this is the camera lens on the back of my phone is the one I'll be using from now on. I'm still banned from Facebook temporarily, but I am incredibly pleased to see like 5 people have already ordered t-shirts and 3 people have already ordered pillows. That's awesome. Thank you very much for doing that sort of thing. Yeah. 2017 was a fucked up year for a lot of people, man. For me personally, I'm not going to say it was my greatest year. I'm not going to say it was my worst year. You know what I'm saying? I get fired from my job at Wendy's, which did kind of suck, but I got a better job instead, so pros and cons, really. I gained a couple thousand subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Like, last time I checked, 6,176 subscribers. That's, it's pretty sweet for a personal accomplishment. Made some new friends, dealt with bullshit like I always do. Well, what's one thing that keeps me going on social media? As simple as this, YouTube. I know for a fact I'm not the only person that gets bullied on social media. I know for a fact that I'm not the only person that gets bullied on social media. So that's what makes dealing with it a little bit easier, but at the same time, a little bit more stressful. I got this kick-ass Stratocaster I want to customize. Homeboy Scotty gave it to me for a Christmas present. It's pretty sweet. I went to go make a video showing that off, and the distortion quit working on the guitar. I was like, well, that sucks. So then I go to close out the video with my BC Rich Warlock, and the same fucking thing happened. And I'm like, what are the fucking odds? But a minor wiring issue is pretty easy to fix. I try to look at it from an optimistic perspective. At least my guitars have 6 strings, and I happen to have 3 guitars: a BC Rich Warlock, a Stratocaster, and a Fender acoustic. Now, if I ain't got the distortion, it's gonna make, completing my album a little bit difficult. Trails of the Abyss is shaping up to be a nice album. It's coming together nicely. How many freaking songs do I have on this thing? 5. The first and second one are a bit more orchestrated. The next 3 rely more on the hook of the guitar of the song. 6, 7, 8. So I got 3 more. You do like 2 more really just heavy metal orchestrated songs and what have you. And then the last song could be an acoustic song. So I got a game plan for my album, but it's kind of hard to finish in proper order. And your instrument has a minor technical difficulty. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. On the grand scheme of things, it could be worse. If you think you're having a shitty day, just remember someone out there is going to have it way worse than you. That's good pipe tobacco. It's a bit moist, so you gotta torch it with your lighter. Usually, if you don't let moisture tobacco dry out, You know the age-old expression, excuse me, the age-old expression, tomorrow's a new day. I feel like that expression can be applied to this scenario. 2018 is a new year. So if you had a crappy year, you say to yourself, well, today's a new year. We lost a lot of awesome celebrities in 2017, including Chester from Lincoln Park, Hugh Hefner, just to name a couple. And, well, Hugh Hefner went out natural causes, of course, but Chester went out with suicide. And a lot of people committed suicide in 2017. Like, holy shit. Ugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the other day, I was watching an episode of Good Mythical Morning, and it had Chester on it, and I sat there and watched the episode, and it was like, damn, bro. That was just a couple months before he did it, you know? That's kind of surreal when you're watching a YouTube video with a celebrity you admire, and the video was taken like a couple months before their suicide. You know what I'm saying? Even after a couple months after it happened, you're looking up back on that video like, bro, that is some surreal shit. The head executive of Playboy magazine decided that they no longer feature nude women in their magazine. They're scantily clad, bikinied, yes, but the nude women are saved for Playboy.com and the coffee table books and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? The reason why they did it is because they wanted to appeal to a wider audience. They said, and I quote, "How can I compete with online porn? You type in a picture of a specific woman you're looking for, smoking hot blonde with some nice titties. You type that into Google and you click on images, you can access tons of free porn. And so Playboy's like, okay, how are we going to compete with that? So if you want to see the actual stuff, you go and get a membership on Playboy.com, that sort of thing. A lot of old school Playboy fans are going to be like, well, they sold out. Their original magazine was about pushing boundaries and saying that a woman's body could be art without it being pornographic. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of people don't understand stuff like that, YouTube. A lot of people think that stuff like Playboy is pornographic, and I disagree. Hustler is way more pornographic. No, the concept, no, you gotta understand, like when Hugh Hefner was growing up, the thought of a naked woman was considered taboo. It was considered pornographic. It was considered, dirty deeds done dirt cheap. You know what I'm saying? And Hugh Hefner said, look, we can cure to the fantasies of men wanting to see some hot ass naked women without it being tasteless. We can make it classy and, you know what I'm saying? So you got to take into concept, they wanted to reach a wider audience with their magazine, get more people buying it and reading it, and they did. They were able to save the company and make a little extra money on the side, and they still have their colognes, the clothing, you know what I'm saying? Merchandise, that's what it's all about. Now, could you imagine Hugh Hefner sitting in the spiritual side, looks over at Chester and says, let me tell you some shit. You could have been telling your great-grandchildren about Lincoln Park and all the awesome fans and how awesome it is to be a musician and record and make music for fans that want to listen to your music. And even if you don't have the following he had, you know what I'm saying? Like, really, you know, my musical career is nowhere near as successful, but I've had my music played on the radio a couple times. And getting 5 songs done for the album in the last year or so, that's not bad. I'm not rushing progress. I'm trying to create like a general sound with it, you know what I'm saying? And this is a little guitar shop I go to here in town to get my guitars worked on. It's the Rockstar Music Store in downtown Casper. Definitely gotta give those guys a plug. They have a beautiful selection of guitars, amps, basses. They got a banjo, a ukulele, and they also do repair work. Yeah. So the way I figure it, I want to keep the guitar my friend Scott gave me safe, and over the next couple of months, I'll be getting my guitars fixed and finishing the album. And the Stratocaster that Scott gave me is capable of holding a whammy bar, by the way, and you can get a custom made one ordered online somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Especially after you spray paint it black and green. But here's the thing of it, like it works, but the distortion doesn't work, and it's weird that distortion goes out on both of my guitars at the same time. And I'm like, well, the first one is for when I was playing the guitar that Scotty gave me. Me and Scotty were not the first people to have it, so when you got a guitar and you don't know the history of too well, it's like, But it's weird because I had no problems with my BC Rich Warlock, and the fact that it went out, both guitars lost distortion in the same fucking video. I wasn't gonna post it. I was like, man. Pff. And then I'll get those moments where my phone dies while I'm recording a video, and lo and behold, I lose the video I'm recording. Ain't that some shit? Right, you see on my iTunes list, you see right there, lo and behold, there's 5 songs right there. The cool thing about GarageBand is as soon as I make a song for my next album, I can immediately upload it to my iTunes library and carry it around with me on my musical listening device, iPod, iPhone, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I can listen to my music on the go, you know what I'm saying? Like the first 2 songs on my album are a bit more orchestrated. Then the next 3 songs rely more heavily on the hook of the beat and the simplicity of the awesome guitar and vocals. And the next 2 songs will be more orchestrated to kind of co-inhere with the first 2. And then then if I finish the album with like one acoustic song as the 8th song, there you go. You know what I'm saying? And people have been getting real stoked about this too. They're like, "What's this? What is this shit? Fucking click beats, GarageBand assembled click beats and guitar and vocals." Yeah. Could you imagine taking power metal and black metal and fusing it with hip hop and traces of techno? Now, if you're gonna record like a power metal like influence on GarageBand, you gotta have multiple voice tracks, which allows you to record different tracks at the same time. So, like, if you wanna record yourself singing a lyric on one line, you mute that track, sing the same lyric a note higher, and lo and behold, you got that power metal sound. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to create an album that fused power metal, black metal, traces of horrorcore, hip hop, rap, and techno, and just created something completely random and out there, something that's never been done, something that's just purposely trying to be different and saying, okay, it's different, but it's catchy. And I'm sitting here listening to it like, okay, you know what? This is an interesting take on metal. I like it. It's coming together very nicely. Got 5 songs out of 8 done, and an album cover was already done for it, so it's getting there. And because like 3 to 4 people already ordered pillows, there's a message on Teespring. I think the next available print will be on Wednesday, so and if people keep ordering them, eventually, look, they'll keep making them. That's just how it is. Now, of course, Teespring has a ton of orders to fill and custom orders to make and stuff like that. So I thank all of you for ordering my Teespring fan made or fan merch that I make. Yeah, got my words mixed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't think a whole lot of people would order, but 5 people have already ordered shirts, and 3 people have already ordered pillows, and I'm got like $16 profit. That's pretty sweet. That's small time, but you know, someone walks into your fucking house and sees you with that pillow on your couch or whatever, and they'll be like, "Who's that? Oh, that guy? That's Gothic King Cobra. Yeah, this is a pillow he designed on Teespring. Oh, that's cool. At first, I was having trouble with it. I'm like, how the fuck do you get this thing figured out? Eventually, I got it figured out to the point where I could do what I wanted to do. And discovering that if I open up GIMP, which is a Photoshop mixed with Paint Studio type program that I have on my computer, and I enlarge the picture, and then I can then upload it as a larger image onto the pillows and shirts and shit. Because I'm thinking, okay, this is kind of bullshit. How the fuck am I gonna make it to where the image of me shows like full on, full blast? You know what I'm saying? Now that I got that shit figured out, a lot of people like the Rock Demon t-shirts to begin with. Continue selling those. Design another t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? You got a long list of products of fan merch. You know what I'm saying? So for one, the Teespring products are gonna be getting a little bit better. Something that people are gonna be like, hey, you know what? I blow a couple bucks on that. He's at least trying. He's not just cheap ass fucking online graphics. Okay, here you go. Here's a T-shirt. No, fuck that. Now putting my face on these products, that's what makes them sell. There's some moist ass tobacco, but it's good. I like it. Pack that bastard down. You ever notice I call this the hypocrisy of the sexes because it's the fucking truth. Women will get so ticked off when men have standards. If there's a dude who's not, if there's a dude who's not into fat chicks, there are some women who will go off, oh, how dare you? Every woman's body is beautiful. Blah, 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 blah. Go on and on, yakety, yak, 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 yak. But if the story's flipped around and it's some creepy ass fat dude hitting on some chick, he's all sweaty and he's just staring at her with his beady little eyes, like, oh, yeah, you're pretty. I'd like to lick you like a Twinkie. I guarantee you she's grossed the fuck out. Like, oh, ew, why the fuck, And the same woman will have no problems. What's the word I'm looking for? Standard shaming men for their taste. Yeah, that's a word. Standard shaming. Don't be afraid to have standards, you two. If that person is not going to make you happy in any way, shape, or form, then it's not worth it. If they don't have something to offer you personally that's going to make you happy, it's not worth it, you know. If you're purely attracted to that person just for the sex alone, you're going to have a miserable relationship. I mean, if you don't find them even physically attractive, you're just doing it because you can get your dick wet. That's shallow as fuck. Fuck that. Now, unless, of course, the person you're fucking is fully aware that it's just a one night stand, it's not gonna result in a relationship or any of that bullshit. Misleading people is the worst thing you can do on the dating scene. And both sexes do it to each other. Yeah, sometimes men are fucking pigs. I will not deny it. Use women for sex. But guess what? Women use men for sex too. It's hard to believe, but it's the fucking truth. But with this hypocrisy of the sexes, you also have double standards of the sexes. And this is where it gets a bit unfair, YouTube. And when it comes to domestic abuse and self defense, I believe that both sexes are entitled to the right to self defense, period. If your life is in fucking danger, if your life is in fucking danger, do what you gotta do, you know. But here's the fucking thing of it. If a woman fights off her attacker, who happens to be a member of the opposite sex, she's considered brave and heroic. But if a man fights off his female attacker, oh, he's a monster for hitting women. And for that reason alone, a lot of men will not stand up for themselves or come forward with it because they're afraid of being ridiculed or called a monster. And it's completely unfair, but you really can't bitch about it. And here's why. For the last several hundred years or so, women have been treated very unfairly. So if men bitch about double standards in regards to unfair sexist treatments, a lot of them will get the whole spew. Well, you're not a woman. You don't know what it's like to live in a society. Blah, 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 blah. And you're just sitting there like, God damn it! I opened up Pandora's box on that one, didn't I? But instead of complaining about how your sob story is worse, as humans, we all go through struggles. As men, we're told to toughen up. As men, we're told to toughen up. Oh, you get a scar, rub some dirt in it, you pussy, and get over it. And for women, that's not very ladylike. Fuck off. Fuck fashion magazines too while we're at it. Fuck Cosmopolitan. Fuck all these preppy hipster fucking fashion magazines telling people this is what's in this fall season or this is what's in this winter season. Fuck that. I wear clothes that I like to wear. I don't give a two fucks what some goddamn fashion magazine says. If I'm walking around wearing the Jesus is a Cunt Cradle of Filth t-shirt and some black Dickies jeans, some black socks, and some black steel-toed shoes, it's basic goth. It works for me. It's comfortable, you know. I'm not going to give two fucks what some fuckhead says in a magazine. Oh, trigger warning, there's cussing in this. Because here's the thing about trends. They come and they go. Quite often you'll see people revamping old trends like to be relevant, and you see a lot of people taking styles of clothing and different aspects of life and what have you, and trying to, what I'm saying, it's like, what the fuck, you're wearing clothing that was popular 50, 60 years ago to try to be relevant into today's times because you think it'll catch on as a trend. And then it does for a little bit, and then it fucking dies out, and it's like, well, there you go. And you see a continuous pattern of this shit as time progresses. The same celebrities, the same trends, the same music to some degree. But when you're trying to create an alternative metal album, there's a challenge to be different and somewhat catchy and original with it. Because alternative metal is such a hard market to get into.
When Oxford does a study, we call Lincoln Park.
We also call BS sometimes.
All right. So Oxford has conducted a study, and they have concluded that music can change the way that we taste food.
Now, we like to taste foods.
Mm-hmm.
I like tasting food.
Well, we don't need you for that.
We need you guys for the music
For the
part.
musician part.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Can you help us with that part
We
of
can
it?
do that.
We can do that.
All right, let's put Oxford to the test. It's time for tried some food and got some too. But in the end, did it make the food taste better?
Okay, Mike and Chester are over in the performance zone.
Yes.
How is it over there, guys?
It's warm.
It's very nice.
It's very nice.
That's good. We're in the food eating zone.
Yes.
That's where we're going to be.
So, Mike and Chester are going to be performing songs to opposing music tracks while we
Right.
eat snacks, and then we're going to evaluate how those opposing tracks impacted our tasting sensations in specific categories that the Oxford study called out.
Right.
Let's do this. Round one. Okay, according to the study, volume correlates to flavor, and the louder the music, actually the less flavor there is. So as the music gets quieter, it tends to bring out more flavors from what you're eating.
Okay, and
Supposedly.
we're going to be testing with a cup of noodle, classic late night nibble, and let's turn this thing up to 11. Hit it.
Okay. Peel back the lid to the dotted line. Fill the cup to the inside line. Close the lid, let it set for 3 minutes. Remove the lid, stir well and enjoy. Ready? Caution, product is hot. Handle with care. Product is hot. Handle with care. Yeah.
Bet you didn't taste anything.
Yeah, no room for
Damn!
That was intense, fellers.
No headspace for tasting.
And there was like a helpful caution.
That was fucking
in there.
badass.
The product is hot. I think that came directly off the packaging, which is brilliant.
It was hot. The funny thing is it was very hot temperature-wise, but I don't feel like I experienced much because I was so into the music.
Yeah, that was the main thing on my mind. Flavor took a big back seat.
But we should flip the script now.
Yes.
Bring things down.
I think we're gonna need some chairs over here.
Wow, we're bringing in stools.
I think we'll go acoustic with this one, boys.
Go acoustic. Let's bring down the volume.
I would say when you want more flavor, bring in stool.
We have a brand new song for you guys.
All right, next single.
This is off our upcoming album, May 19th.
All right, guys, serenade us.
There's a nuclear winter outside. Everybody's gone and died. But I'm a lucky feller, long as I got you in my bomb cellar. The radiation's getting to me, your blonde noodle hair is all I see. Oh, cup of noodles, I only have 26 of you left. I'm one noodle closer to death.
Wow.
They're really bringing it. You're bringing the flavor in that one. That was very moving.
I don't know if it was the slowness of the song or the subject matter, because as you talked about just having a few left, just 26 left.
Yeah.
I began to realize how important this was.
Right, I became more thankful, and I became more aware of the flavors contained therein. I think I did. I mean, I feel it's spicier now,
Yeah.
and it could be the accumulation across both songs, but I'm probably not.
No, it's the science, Link.
It was definitely the
It's
science.
Oxford.
Wow,
Yeah, that one worked.
that was moving.
Very interesting.
It ain't over yet. Round two. Okay, we started off kind of broad with just a general flavor test, but now we're going to get more specific with sweetness versus sourness.
And here's what the science says. Higher pitched music brings out the sweetness in food, while lower pitched music brings out the sourness of food.
Would have thought it might be the opposite.
Right? But science is counterintuitive, man. But what better way to test this theory than when the sweetest, sourest food around, Sour Patch Kids?
Yeah, Chester, hit us with some high pitch.
You're sour and sweet and you stick to my teeth, and you're shearing the flesh from right off my mouth. Beef, I mean tongue. It's a weird thing I sung, but I couldn't think of a good rhyme. Oh, Sour Patch Kids, you assault my mouth hole. It's a full-fledged attack on my teeth's enamel. Due to oral bleeding, my gums are receding. Oh boy, what a wonderful time.
Wow, boy, what a wonderful time.
You guys are heading in a new direction.
Thank you.
We've got 8 more songs on our album where that came from. Just wait till this thing comes out, you guys.
Oh, man.
So was that sweeter? I think we'll have to compare it with the next one, but
I mean, I gotta say, I believe that was the sweetest experience I've ever had with.
Yeah, give me the low end.
I'm bringing it.
If there's Sour Patch Kids and Cabbage Patch Kids, where are all the other kinds of Patch Kids? I'm talking Pumpkin Patch Kids, Eye Patch Kids, Nicotine Patch Kids, Girl Scout Patch Kids.
Message, did you guys catch the message at the
Yeah,
end?
right at the end, right? What about global warming?
Yeah.
patchouli
We
kids.
care about the earth.
Patchouli Kids.
Listen,
Wait, when I
go
said
sour?
patchouli kids, did it affect the taste? Did it make you? Because that's like a smell, right?
I know it seems like we're just completely making this up, but I'm not making up the fact that I feel like that was a more sour experience.
I'm
You might
saying
need
we
one of
are, yeah,
I'm
we're-
convinced so
we're
far.
saying this is happening.
Let's continue this experiment.
Round three. Now let's test the spiciness of food subject to music.
Now, this one is the first one that is intuitive, because the science says that the faster the tempo, the spicier the food.
Okay,
the
yeah.
tempo actually increases the sensation of spiciness.
All right, so let's start out slow. Chester, give it to me slow.
When I took a bite, thought it would just be for tonight. Can't get enough. Wish my insides were more tough. My fingers are stained by your touch. My heart is stained twice as much. Your love is a flame, should've known by your name. Flaming hot Cheetos.
Oh, man. That is a single. That's the first single. Oh, you've already had that. This is your like 4th or 5th single off the new
This
album.
hit city.
That was a very sultry Cheetos experience for me, and I don't have many of those.
Still a little
Yeah,
spicy.
I'm feeling the spice now, but I gotta say, the first like 5 or 6 when I was just really into the song, I just thought I was eating regular Cheetos.
I thought I was eating something very wrong, but very right.
Okay, let's speed things up. Mike, you ready to take things to another level?
That's all I ever do.
Yeah. All right.
But I need a Rhett and Link hat. Let's do it.
Nice.
March it out.
Yeah, turn it up. On. Yeah. Chester Cheetah, Rapper Cheetos, 70 miles an hour he goes, tail like a rudder, tough as mud, can't know him, he got no udder. Song is fast, Cheetahs are fast, this song is hot, Cheetos are hot. Cheetos, 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 I like the lot. This song is fast, Cheetahs are fast, this song is hot, Cheetos are hot. Cheetos, 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 Chester. That's his name.
Oh. What a coincidence.
That's crazy, right?
His name and
This is a great hat, you guys.
this guy's name.
I really like this hat.
Now listen, that made me eat a whole lot more Cheetos, I'll tell you that.
Alright, so if you want to check out that video, it's available on Good Mythical Morning. I didn't want to, take up the entire time just bullshitting on one video. We got other topics to cover, you know what I'm saying? But if you have not seen that, there you go. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for a lot of people, that's going to be a hard episode of Good Mythical Morning to watch. And that's just, oof. Yeah. But like I said, the age-old expression, tomorrow is a new day, that also applies to New Year's and that sort of thing. This is the Stratocaster I speak of. Yeah. I just thought it was the weirdest fucking thing to have as I smack my funny bone on the fucking arm of the chair. I just think it's the weirdest fucking thing to have distortion go out the same night on both guitars. Like, what in the actual flying fuck? I gotta find my guitar pick too right quick. Let's see, yeah, there it is. See, I had a little bit of distortion there for a second, then it just went pfft. You fucking schmuck. We had some going there for a second, then it went to complete crap. The amp cable looks fine. But I can literally take some painter's tape and tape off the black on this guitar all the way around and just leave the silver exposed tape off the amp jack, you know, and cover that silver in some nice emerald green. And get a cool whammy bar installed right here. So yeah, there's a couple cool things you can do with this Stratocaster. It has potential, you know what I'm saying? And Stratocasters aren't exactly cheap, so you get them, you know. Well, any electric guitar is not going to be cheap, you know, that's just the nature of it. But I'm like, can you believe this shit? Alright, so I'm like, okay, maybe it's just the guitar. I unplug it. So I think to myself, maybe it's just that guitar. Now, what are the fucking odds? I can tell you right now, it's cheaper to fix the wiring in a guitar than it is to buy a new one. So you plug in this other guitar here, you think, okay, maybe it's just that guitar. Every fucking time I get a little bit better, every time I get a little better at guitar, that's when my guitar decides, oh, I'm gonna break. I want to start working a certain way. Convenient as fuck, as always. As always, so convenient. Okay, now you want to fucking work? You were... Ain't that some shit? I'm not even fucking with you. Okay, that is the weirdest fucking thing. This guitar was not working like this a couple days ago. Okay, 5 strings. That's pretty good. 5 strings arpeggio sweeps. But what if we was to add that fucking 6th string right there? It sounds something like that. Not very impressive when it's all fucking slow as shit, but you know. Oh, I messed up on that. Fuck. Oh yeah, you know, the power chords, you know. Power chords are always fun, but then you got double hand tapping. That is just so fucking life in a nutshell. Like, I go to play guitar for a YouTube video and both my guitars stop working. I go to play guitar for a YouTube video and now one guitar works, one doesn't. Man. And that's just life in a fucking nutshell, man. It's fucking unpredictable. Like, I'm sitting here like, this is some shit, and then it starts working. Yeah, shit like that. That's the kind of shit people expect you to do. And when you play guitar, they're like, where's the flashy shit? Oh, there you go. Now, if I want to get real freaky with it, I could add effects to it. let's see. If you go back to the came in the Star Spangled Banner with power chords. That sounds kind of cool, but you know. My point being is women love to bitch about equality and how it's unfair that men have standards, and you know. But guess what? Women have standards too. Ah! And the reason why you never hear men complaining, I'm sick and tired of women just staring at my biceps. I'm more than just biceps, damn it. That's a bunch of... Do you know how retarded that sounds, YouTube? There's a good reason most men get big-ass biceps. It's to attract the ladies and let other dudes know, hey, don't fuck with me. It's just that fucking simple. However, you'll hear women say it all the fucking time. I'm sick and tired of men just noticing us for our tits, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes, generally speaking, yeah, the argument is from a legit source, but most of the time, it's from jealous women who are jealous of other women. So they bitch about it to make it sound like it's a movement or some shit, but really, they're just jealous that certain women get more attention than they do. But there's several things you can do to fix that. I mean, this is the thing, you take that out of the equation completely. If you don't like the way your hair looks, fucking change it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Or you find a guy who likes a chick with smaller boobs. You know what I'm saying? Instead of attacking other women for something you don't have, or that you could have if you figured out a course of action. Life is full of opportunity, YouTube. And when you seize that opportunity by the moment, you know, as an example, if you're walking by the gas station, you see that one of the lotteries is super high, you think to yourself, that'd be pretty sweet to win. Got a couple bucks in your pocket, you walk into the gas station, buy a lottery ticket, boom. You'll never know if you'll win or not unless you try. That's the thing of it, you know what I'm saying? Even if you don't win, that's the fun of playing. It's the idea of being so filthy, stinking rich, you could live comfortably the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of off. Let's try that again. That was better, but... fucking play the, what's it called, the Imperial March from Star Wars. That was kind of sloppy. Speaking of that note, That sounded like shit. Not quite. There we go, that's better. I don't even know YouTube. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. You want to hear some guitar playing? And don't get me wrong, the shredding on the electric guitar is magnificent to say the least, but hey yo, shredding on an acoustic. Now that is something to behold. YouTube, making sure that phone battery's still going good. Alright. This is my Fender T-Bucket acoustic guitar, all black for the most part. Now, if you want to play some saucy guitar on the acoustic, I'll show you a little chord progression. You go from a D major, A major, E major, D, A, E. Slide up one, go back down. Simple as that. So you're trying to play Shinedown's Simple Man, the acoustic remake to Lynyrd Skynyrd's Simple Man. I tried learning the opening of it, and I kind of got it. Oh, Mama told me. I messed up on that, goddammit. Well, Mama told me when I was young, said sit beside me, my only son, and if you do this, it'll help you some sunny day. Oh, yeah, will. Baby, be simple, man. Won't you do this for me, son, if you can? Baby, be simple, come on, man. Oh, won't you do this for me, son, if you can? If you can. As obviously not how the song goes on the guitar, I'm just winging it for a YouTube video, but yeah. Of course, if you're playing the acoustic guitar, I mean, who doesn't love a little bit of Green Day every now and then? have been off with that. That's not horrible. Anyway. I mean, if you do like an AC/DC sort of, you know, if you're playing House Bells by AC/DC on the acoustic, you can give it sort of a bluesy sort of sound. Yeah. That's the bluesy sound I'm looking for. Yeah. Yeah. If you're playing an acoustic, this one's also. There we go. Now, if you play A Prophecy by Asking Alexandria on the acoustic, it sounds way different. Not quite. And if you were to play that, what's it, Pink Floyd's So You Think You Can Tell. Now, to my credibility, I get distracted learning. There's so much stuff to learn on guitar, so many awesome songs to learn, you know. like I said, shredding on acoustic guitar is completely different than shredding on an electric. I mean, you can't just rely on distortion to hide your shitty ass mistakes. But you know, the acoustic guitar is definitely something to behold. I mean, it's got its own flair, its own unique vibe to it, you know, its own distinct sound that everybody recognizes, you know. I mean, like, if you're playing a song that requires freaking distortion, you know what I'm saying here, too. Now, if I play that riff with distortion, you recognize it now, don't you? Yeah. hair in a braid right now. Well, that's at least good news. That's one less guitar to get fixed. Okay, that's good. That's good. I like that. Okay, I don't know why the fuck this guitar decided to act up on me the other night and not work, and then tonight all of a sudden it's like, okay, we're gonna work just fine. Like that. That is some shit, YouTube. You notice you can change your YouTube background black if you select it just right. And that's why I don't have a girlfriend right now. It's just because I'm too goddamn realistic about the dating scene. Realistic to a point where it fucking hurts. And most women don't want a challenge. They want a nice dumb guy they can mold into, you know, their so-called ideal version of the perfect dating partner. And when they got a guy who's stubborn and most chicks are like, But if you got members of the opposite sex rejecting you, take a leaf out of my book. Say, fuck them, their loss. That's just being as blunt as I possibly can. That's exactly how you gotta be, is fuck them, their loss. Next, please. You know. The first official King Cobra video in the year of 2018. La-di-da. Apparently, when men have standards where pigs were disgusting animals, you know, all they want is, you know, da-da-da-da. But when a woman has standards, oh no, she's not a pig for having standards. Oh no, not in the slightest. If a woman has a sex doll or a sex toy, no one thinks twice about it. But if a man gets one, oh, he's disgusting and creepy. You gotta love double standards, YouTube. Fucking pipe clogging on me. You believe this shit? That's what pipes do, they clog. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta tell yourself, and this is what I tell myself all the time. I don't take shit from nobody. The only shit I take is in the goddamn toilet. There's a way of not taking shit from nobody, and you do it just right, to where you can apply it to all aspects of your life without it being an issue of flying off the handle and saying a couple things, and fuck all that. Fucking thing's clogged. Why bother with pipe cleaners when this thing unclogs pretty easily? Like, I never had this pipe get too clogged up. I mean, I could just sit there, poke it out on both ends. Stick it back together. That's a nice moist black Cavendish pipe tobacco. It's got a bit of bite to it. Got up some of this stuff. This is a mixture of Tropical Fusion Swisher Sweet cigar tobacco and a little bit of cherry pipe tobacco. A little bit drier than this black Cavendish. All I gotta do is load that shit on top, just like that. And I found when it comes to the dating scene, if I want a girlfriend that's gonna make me happy, I shouldn't rush it. Things like that happen once in a lifetime, sometimes it seems. So finding the right dating partner should not be a thing that you rush, YouTube. Not just in dating in general, but I mean, general aspect of life. You shouldn't be in a rush, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're, two things, okay, if you're ordering food at a restaurant, or if you're standing in line at a fast food restaurant, or if you're at your job, that's the only time, because, people don't want to be waiting in line at the drive-thru for slow fuck McGee to make up his mind on what the fuck he wants to stuff his face with. Now, unless you're in line at a fast food restaurant or at your job, really, if you're at just a regular sit-down restaurant, don't be in a hurry, YouTube. Do not be in a fucking hurry to, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be in a fucking hurry to rush it. If you're driving, be a courteous driver. I find that people who are in a hurry to get places never stop to slow down, and sometimes being in a rush isn't a good thing. And the reason why I say that is because the age-old expression, measure twice, cut once. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you're anxious or in a rush to get places or get things done, you can miss steps or overthink things, So even when you're in a rush to get things done, also keep in mind that focal balance point, if you will, of being in a rush, being able to make decisions rather quickly. It's one of those basic social skills that, given the context of your lifestyle and what you do, you're going to have to be able to do. If you're a member of the government that's in charge of making laws, for instance, you might be faced with with a very drastic decision. That's one way to clear out your pipe. Now, if you ain't got a pipe cleaner, you can use a little bit of fire to just kind of push the gunk out of your mouthpiece. And because it's a nice solid plastic, a nice solid vulcanite, a little bit of heat's not going to hurt it. This isn't some 4,000 degree oven, mind you. This is just a little, you know. And then the stem is unclogged. And sometimes if you don't overfill your pipe, you can get a decent smoke in. But if you overpack your pipe, you know you're gonna loosen that tobacco up. I almost dropped the poker. Yeah. Sometimes you're gonna blow into the chamber to clear it out. But, oh, for fuck's sake. This is why a lot of people don't smoke pipes, because conventionally they're not as quick and convenient as a cigarette. But they're cheaper than cigarettes. They smell better to most non-smokers, especially if you have an aromatic sort of blend. And most pipe tobacco, generally speaking, contains less chemicals than cigarettes do. It's cheaper, contains less chemicals, smells better to most people. Me personally, I just love the smell of tobacco. You get a nice tobacco going, you know. Of course, after I clear that pipe out, and then reloaded the tobacco. Oh yeah, it's drawn beautifully. Unclog that bastard just like that. Now the mixture of this cherry pipe tobacco and this cigar tobacco from Swisher Sweets is the Tropical Fusion cigar tobacco mixed with, and it's not a whole lot, it's about a whole cigar's worth mixed into, like, if you don't feel like smoking the cigar, you can always mix it up with your pipe tobacco. This stuff being a little bit drier, therefore smokes better. To like consistently torch it. As far as New Year's resolutions go, I suppose getting better at guitar and winning the lottery. Yeah. Being so filthy stinking rich that I could live comfortably the rest of my life, yes. Not that I'm not comfortable now, I make do with what I got. Sometimes that's how you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? But I digress. The dream house I plan on building, if it ever does happen, would be epic as fuck. You don't even know the half of it. YouTube. Fucking camera turns on. Hey, so, y'all see this house standing in front of me, right? Or, what the fuck is this? A courthouse? A small church? What is this? A mansion? Let's take a look inside. Anyways, it's a new year. A chance to, you know, start anew. Anyways, this is, King Cobra JFS with another video. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you all later.